Why? Why is accent so critical in this way? Why do we have these sensitivities to accent? Why do they get at us so much? Why do people complain so much and feel hurt when people talk about their accent or criticize it? Personally, I think it goes right back to the beginning, to the origins of speech in the human race. Accent, I think, actually had a survival value a long time ago, still does. Imagine you're in your cave 50,000 years ago, and you hear a noise outside, and you say the equivalent of "who's there?" You know, "ugh," or something, and a voice comes back at you. If it's a voice you recognize, if it's an accent that is familiar, then it's probably a member of your tribe, and you can go out and converse. But if it's an accent that you don't recognize, then you'd better go out with your club, because it may be from a different tribe, and he might want to take over your cave. So recognizing a familiar accent could actually have a sort of survival value. Indeed, it may still be the case. You might be walking down a street in a city somewhere, and hear some voices round the corner, and if they're a certain type of voice, you might decide not to go round that corner, but go a different way home. So accent maybe has that kind of identity function which can actually be extremely useful as far as survival is concerned. And accents, as far as identity is concerned, are certainly better than any other way of communicating identity. After all, how would you show identity otherwise? Look, I am from Wales. If I wanted to show you that I am from Wales, what's the best way of doing it? Well, I could stand here with an harp, couldn't I? And a big hat. Or I could have a badge saying, I'm from Wales. Right? I could do all that. Problem with my hat and my badge, you can't see it in the dark. And it's dark half the day. Nor can you see it round corners. So how do you know I'm from Wales if I'm round a corner? There's only one thing that travels round corners and that you can perceive in the dark, and that is speech. So an accent has that kind of universality of reach, which things like badges and hats and all the rest of it, makeup, things like that, don't have. So accents have a very important role in identity. There's nothing quite like an accent for telling everybody who you are and where you're from.